Valley Coast Guard's national team. I'm happy to be here in Foxborough today. You'll be able to follow me this year on ESPN on the BASS Northern Open Trail as well as the WFN BAA Pro Trail sponsored by my favorite company, So today we're going to talk about how to search and find fish here in the Massachusetts New England area. What I do every day, when I put my boat in the water, and I'm not exactly sure if it's the first time we're fishing the lake, or it's the first time this year that I'm fishing, I'm not exactly sure who the fish are. And 90% of every body of water, whether it's a river, a small pond, a big lake, 90% of every body of water has no fish in it. So what I'm going to do every day is I'm going to start with what I'm going to call search bait. I'm going to start by talking about this bait. This is one of the hottest baits on the Pro Trail today. Strike King Red Eye Shad, designed by my buddy Kevin Van Dam. This is a 3/4 ounce size weight.
Oh, it's big.
Clear water like this is exactly the kind of color you want to throw here in Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. It looks like our natural forage that's in the water, and it's got a loud rattle. You guys hear that? Hear that rattle? Just start your head so I know you can hear it. Okay? And what this does, I'm going to use bait casting gear. This is the Fenwick Elite Tech crankbait rod. It's got a fast tip, it's a powerful rod, and I've got a spool up here with the Abu Garcia Revo reel. This is a great combination. Together, this rod and this reel
it only costs about $600.
allows me to cast it about 210, 220 feet. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my boat in the water, I'm going to turn my trolling motor on high, and I'm going to cover the water fast. I want to cover as much territory as I can because I'm just looking for one bite. That's how I start off every day. So with a lure like this, I can throw it a long way. And what I want to do is move it through the water as fast as boom. It's already hit. First cast. I want to move this through the water as fast as I can. I'm just looking for one strike.
Just take the hooks off.
Now, there's a lot of ways to fish a bait like this. You can fish it real fast. There's a nice strike. There's another one coming. Come get it. All right. But they want to chase baits like you're seeing them doing here today. That's good news for fishing. Because it means I don't have to do a lot of work. You're wanting to chase, I'm going to get a lot of strikes. So if I use a bait like this that I can cast and feed horizontally into the water, the fish are going to come up off the bottom, away from the structures, and they're going to hit my bait in the open water. The thing that's really good about that is I won't have my line broken off when I hit the tree or get them stuck in the rock, that kind of thing. So when they chase horizontal retrieve bait, I can move it real fast, I can make a long cast, I can cover a lot of water, I can catch a lot of fish. If the fish aren't hitting these fast retrieves, you can also just slow this retrieve down. Let's see if they have any interest going, you know what, see, they don't have as much interest when it's moving slow. These fish want things moving fast. So I'm going to go back to moving as fast as I can get it going. See that? They really want this thing moving fast. Right after ice out. So when we get to the part of the year where the snow will melt, I promise you it will melt. When it does, we're going to go fishing right after ice out. One of the ways that you can fish this bait is cold water. Watch this. Take the cast and you let it sink. It's got a shimmy to it as it heads down. That's why it's showing some interest in that. Now when it's on the bottom, it's already look at that. Now that it's on the bottom, you rip it up and then just let it fall. There you go. Boom. Alright. So what's happening there is when this bait falls, what it does different than any other rattle bait out there is it shimmies like this. So when it's falling, it's doing that. And it's shaking and rattling. And these fish just can't handle it. So what you want to do again, I'll make one more cast and I'll show you the bait. In cold water, you just want to let it sink. Just like that. Boom. It's already hit it. It's got this mouth. Look at that. Give it back. Alright. And then once it's on the bottom, you just rip it up and you let it fall. We actually call that yo-yo. We call that yo-yo with the bait. And it's just like a yo-yo. Pull it up, let it fall. They're going to hit it when it falls like that. Boom, just hit it again. So I can tell you that earlier in the day, they weren't excited about hitting this bait. They're much more excited about hitting this bait now. What I'd like to do with this bait is keep it about 1 foot, foot and a half under the water, like that deep. Just like that. Ooh! I promise you, these are deadly baits that I'm throwing. I'm not going to put anything in the tank that I don't throw when I'm on the current. And they strike it just like that. Okay? So finding the right speed and fishing it at the right depth, what we just found is these fish want this about 12 to 18 inches under the water, moving fast, and they'll crush it. Now let's say, as I'm fishing, that I'm not getting any bites on this bait, even though I got a hit every single time. Let's say I'm not getting bit on this bait. Maybe the fish don't want enough at the top. Maybe they want a little bit deeper in the waterfall. And what I'll do is I'll take this red-eye shad off. And what I'll do is I'll tie on this crankbait. This crankbait is called the Bomber Switchback Crankbait. This is the hottest bait on the pro circuit.
He's got him on a swivel.
This crankbait was designed by my teammate.
He's got him on a swivel.
It's made by Bomber. You would not want to select this color. It's got an orange back with yellow belly. You would not select it for this kind of clear water because it doesn't look natural. The reason I chose this color was so you guys can see it through the water. And this would be great for chocolate, milk-colored water. You're going to see when you crank this bait, unlike the last one I put in the water, if you don't move it, it doesn't sink. It just floats. Once I start to crank it, it'll dive down. It's going to dive about 6 to 8 feet deep.
Look at that move.
And my buddies don't seem to be throwing as much interest in this bait. So what's terrific about this bait is it's got a rattle in it that you can turn on and turn off. And maybe what you want is try cranking it real slow.
Just turn it upside down.
Sometimes you just want a nice, steady, slow retreat, and then get something crushing. I'm not sure why I'm using this bait. Probably because of the tone. Now, another way to fish this is you can crank it down and stop. Crank it down and stop. And a lot of times that can trigger a strike. You'll look at it, and that will get to the bite. So I'm always constantly playing with retrieving until I find it. I already know how they want to hit it. They want that bait. They want it 18 inches under the water. They want it moving fast. We saw all those strikes there. So I'm moving down the bank. I'm making long casts, retrieving horizontally through the water, and I'm going to move until they hit the bait. Once I get a strike, it all changes. I'm going to stop the boat, stay in that spot, and I'll keep throwing the same bait. So if I'm right here and I just got hit, my next cast is keep the boat right here, I'll cast over here, and cast over there, until I've got this whole area saturated. If I feel like the fish will stop biting, I'm not going to get any more horizontal retrieve. What I'll do is I'll put this bait down, and I'll change the tactics completely. We're with the throwing baits, we back out and retrieve horizontally.
Always got a
After
jig.
the switch, to stay in the same area, but I'm going to go to a bait that when you cast it out, you let it sink vertically through the water. This is a jig. This is the most popular jig in the world. This is a Guinea flower. 3/8-ounce strike bait, pro elite jig. This is worth more pounds of bass on the PSS Ghost hit scale than any other bait. We've got, I'd say 4,000 of these in the store, I'd say. And I've teamed this up with the Power Bait Jig Crawl. This is a plastic trail that looks like a crawfish. This is not expensive stuff, folks, very expensive. The jig itself is the top bait. It's this piece. It's got a weighted head to it. It's got a silicone skirt, a rattle, and a hook. What I do is I'm adding the first Power Bait Jig Crawl. And what it does is it makes this, when you put them together, it gives it the right size and shape for the crawfish right here in Massachusetts doing. And it gives it a nice soft trailer, and that Power Bait set will have those fish hang on to it longer. I'm going to use more powerful rod, but I'm still using this Aqua Garcia Revo reel. It's a fantastic reel. When you cast this out, we're just going to let it fall. You see that head down to the bottom? When it's on the bottom, once I know the line's all the way out, what I'll do is I'll just lift up to see that the fish has it. If it's not picked up by any fish, I'm going to hop it 3 times. So just watch my line tape. 1, 2, 3. And it will fall. The reason you do that, in crystal clear water, it's much harder to catch fish. 1, 2. There you go. Look at